Welcome to the third playthrough video of Clan Generator, playing as Sightclan. In the last video, a new cat joined the clan. Stripes Paw was welcomed into the clan with open arms by Ginger Crackle and her new mentor, Mouse Moss. Twilight Patch tried to make a play for Mouse Moss but fumbled it, and Ember Clan still hates Sightclan. Let's get into it. Cougarheart confronts Shattersplash and Ibisstar, telling them both that he believes that Frostpaw would make a good medicine cat. Cougarheart reasons that Frostpaw may be receiving visions from StarClan, and that battle move training might be too difficult for him. Ibisstar grimaces at the idea, but he can't deny that Frostpaw is struggling more than any other apprentice. Ibisstar reluctantly agrees to Cougarheart's proposal. Shattersplash knows this is for the best, as he himself has pretty much given up on training Frostpaw further. Okay, this time, let's try to... Maybe we should make an impression on Sightclan. Why not? We had no interaction with them yet far in any capacity, so let's try to befriend them. Terrible weather convinces Ibisstar to skip this gathering. Any befriending of Sightclan can wait until the sky isn't caving in on Sightclan. Well, so much for that. I guess it's like they're destined to never make any contact whatsoever with Sightclan. It's kind of funny. Twilight Patch tossed a snake out of the camp before it could bite someone. Having finally reached the end of his apprenticeship, newly named medicine cat Frostleap feels there is still so much to learn and frets about whether or not he is ready. With twitching whiskers, Cougarheart assures him that StarClan will always be there to guide him. Seems a bit too soon. Maybe I shouldn't have made him a medicine cat this late. Fernpaw touches noses with Mouse Willow and hopes that he'll get to hunt first, so that he can make sure the clan is fed. Moonwillow has gotten heat exhaustion. Twilight Patch quickly apologizes after bumping into Lightpaw. They have a small laugh about it. Ginger Crackle and Lightpaw always have something to share with each other. Frostleap thinks Twilight Patch has been acting strangely. After the gathering, Cougarheart notices that Shattersplash is making sure everyone got home. Cougarheart always tends to Stripes Paw last. Fernpaw tells Twilight Patch he'll save him from a piece of press. Oh, he'll save him a piece of blah blah blah. Fernpaw tells Twilight Patch he'll save him a piece of fresh kill. Fernpaw smiles at Lightpaw whenever they meet. Moonwillow is hurt by one of Stripepaw's pranks, but Stripepaw doesn't seem to believe him. Moonwillow prevents something from falling on Frostleap. Though Shattersplash has been unhappy with Lightpaw, Shattersplash helps him with something. Lightpaw asks Ibisstar about his duties. Ibisstar wanted to help keep his clanmates in shape and ready for anything. He woke up Ginger Crackle, Stripepaw, Twilight Patch, and Shattersplash early in the morning for stretches. Ibisstar wishes he could get his pelt to shine like Shattersplash's. Mouse Moss pretends not to see Stripespaw cough out a hairball. Stripespaw gets hit with a wave of envy whenever Cougarheart is laughing with his friends. Cougarheart has friends? Oh, heat exhaustion. Oh, I didn't finish the Moon Willow has gotten heat exhaustion. Okay. So that's what happened. Doesn't look like much. Well, actually, quite a bit has happened. Frostleap, or Frostpaw, has gotten his warrior name despite not finishing his warrior training, and he only just became a medicine cat. So we'll see what happens. I was really hoping Fern Kit would go to either Ibis Star or Twilight Patch as an apprentice. I don't know why it just chose Moonwillow, but that feels like a missed opportunity. Before we get on patrols, I just want to go over some of the cats again. I'm not going to read it all out loud like I did in the other two videos, but you can just get a look of some of the cats if you want to pause. I think my favorite cat has to be Cougar Heart, to be completely honest. I feel for him. He's got feelings for Ibis Star. That is one-sided. He is trying to do what's best for his clan, and he's got like a father-daughter relationship with Mouse Moss, and he looks out for the entire clan. Lightpaw seems to really like him and look up to him, despite being a warrior apprentice to Ibis Star. And he's just at the center of the whole clan, basically, looking out for everyone. He's got heat exhaustion, but he'll be fine. Moonwillow finally gets a shot at the spotlight. He's kind of just been in the background of the whole clan, doing his own thing, and we don't really know much about him, but he finally gets an apprentice in Fernpaw. So I bet it's really exciting for him to finally be able to do something important. Everybody knows that Fernpaw is supposedly destined to be a leader of the clan eventually. Probably, if anything happens to Ibis Star, he'll become the deputy to Twilight Patch. So there's that. So it's probably really exciting for Moonwillow to be able to train Fernpaw, especially given that Moonwillow is incredibly faithful. He is an incredibly faithful cat, and he definitely believes in the whole leader mark destiny that Ibis Star made up. Ibis Star and Cougar Heart are definitely having some issues right now. Ibis Star isn't too pleased with Cougar Heart making requests, such as wanting to take all the apprentices out on a herb patrol, and he's not too pleased about it. He likes to be in charge, and he's not too happy that the entire clan seems to really like Cougar Heart a bit more than he does. As confident as he is in his ability to lead and everything, he's not too pleased about being second best to Cougar Heart. So Ibistar declares that he wants this month he wants all of the warrior apprentices to train with their warrior mentors this round. And he does that specifically in spite of Cougar Heart having all the apprentices go out on an herb hunting patrol with him last time. Cougar Heart just kind of is like, okay, I can see you're passively aggressively saying that you weren't too happy about me taking all the apprentices last time, but he doesn't really say anything else about it. Lightpaw follows Ibis Star on a training patrol to learn the territory. There's a muffled thump behind him. He whirls around and finds a beady black eye and a huge beak far too close to him. Lightpaw screeches, and the key shrieks back, a huge explosion of noise and feathers. Later, Ibistar tells Lightpaw they're lucky the bird was entertained rather than scared or offended. Entertained? Because Fernkit's mentor currently has heat stroke, heat exhaustion, he is going to be taken on a patrol by Twilight Patch. Fernpaw isn't acting like his usual self. Twilight Patch gently asks what's wrong, and Fernpaw breaks down, wailing that he is not doing well enough even though he was really trying. Twilight Patch curls around him, purring softly, and tells a story of his own apprentice days and his own mistakes. Twilight Patch chuckles at the look on his face, promising that nobody but him will remember his mistakes. Next, let's have Mouse Moss and her apprentice. Mouse Moss takes Stripes Paw out to camp to gather moss. No matter how patiently Mouse Moss tries to teach Stripes Paw how to firmly but gently gather and shred the moss, she doesn't seem to be paying any attention. Frustrated with her, Mouse Moss decides to have a talk with the leader upon their return to camp. Because Frostleap was made a medicine cat so late in his warrior training, I wanted Cougar Heart to take him out for more herb gathering lessons. So I'm going to have them both go on a patrol together. Cougar Heart and Frostleap take a look at their dwindling supply of herbs and decide to combine their efforts into searching for more. Both Cougar Heart and Frostleap are tense, and it shows. Even though it shouldn't be this hard to find any herbs, they fail to find even a single one, and they return to camp frustrated and irritated with each other. Oh, they're arguing. The hunting patrol spots an eagle on the wing over a large bend in the river and watches as it swoops down to dig its talons through the spine of an impressively big fish. But then it doesn't take its catch into the air. Perhaps it's too heavy. At this point, Shattersplash is feeling like a failure. Not only did he have to give up his apprentice, but everyone in the clan pretty much sees him as a coward. This time, he's not going to be that. He decides that he is going to prove himself to himself by going after this fish. The patrol dives into the water, keen to make a play to steal the fish. But even though its talons are occupied keeping a grip on its prey, the eagle's huge wings pack a buffering punch, and they are driven back, giving up on the idea of scavenging. A very small amount of prey is brought to camp. So basically, Shattersplash went out on a normal hunting patrol, and during which he could stop thinking about how the clan has always been treating him as a coward because he's so nervous all the time. And he also felt really bad about losing his apprentice Frostleap because Frostleap decided to become a medicine cat instead. He's feeling so stressed out and frustrated. Well, not so much stressed out, but he's feeling so frustrated at all of this going on. He just feels so useless and angry, and he wants to prove himself. So when he saw an eagle on the other side of the riverbank picking up a fish and struggling, he thought that this was going to be his big win. He needed a big win. So he leapt into the water and began splashing around like crazy, trying to get to the other side. And he ends up not getting it after all. The eagle gets away with the fish, and he's just feeling so defeated and wet. When he returns to the clan, the other cats are laughing at him like, oh, did you fall in the water or something? And He's just so fed up right now. So he's not at his best. A rabbit burst out from cover, startled by Ginger Crackle. Ginger Crackle jumps after it, but the rabbit has too great of a head start. A very small amount of prey is brought back to camp. Unfortunately, I realized I lost a good 5 minutes worth of audio, as my recordings did not record any of what I had said, and it was just blank video. So I'm going to have to be going over everything again. During the gathering, Ibistar remarks that Bao Clan's apprentices seem to be growing into fine young cats. Bao Clan's relations have improved. Cougar Heart faded more and more as the days went by until one day he was found dead in his nest. Oh no. Not Cougar Heart. The past moon, Cougar Heart has taken their place in StarClan. Sightclan mourns their loss, and their clanmates will miss the spot they took up in their lives. Moments of their life are shared in stories around a circle of mourners as those that were closest to him take them to their final resting place. Twilight Patch and Shattersplash get their first act together with some sap. Ginger Crackle had a disagreement with Stripe's Paw about something or other. Frostleap asks Mouse Moss if there's something in his teeth. Fernpaw compliments one of Cougar Heart's friends. Cougar Heart is telling Shattersplash something interesting about another clan. After the gathering, Fernpaw notices that Lightpaw is making sure everyone got home. During rough weather, Stripes Paw helps Lightpaw get to safety in his den. Moonwillow learns something new about a clanmate from Mouse Moss. Moonwillow thinks Shattersplash is a good listener. Shattersplash asks Twilight Patch to teach him how to sing so well. Ibistar is prancing around in front of Moonwillow. Fernpaw keeps yawning during Ibistar's story. Mouse Moss nods politely as Ibistar passes by. Mouse Moss, Frostleap, and Twilight Patch had a nice talk while eating. Stripes Paw tells Moonwillow to talk a little quieter. And Moonwillow still hasn't recovered from his heat exhaustion. He was exhausted last month from heat, and now he's still got it. Great. Our dear Cougar Heart. Let's go over him again. Cougar Heart is not sure how much of this Mark of the Leader Destiny stuff he believes in. He has feelings for Ibistar, which is mostly what spurs him into following Ibistar's will without question. Ibistar himself only sees Cougar Heart as a faithful and loyal subject, and may be unaware of Cougar Heart's feelings for him. Just when Cougar Heart's faith was at its weakest, the clan found Fernkit in the woods all alone. Fernkit's eye spot was like a sign that Ibistar was right about Leader Mark Destiny. Cougar Heart is not sure what to believe anymore, but his loyalty still stands. Cougar Heart passed away in his sleep at the start of Moon 5. He was speaking to Flockstar in his dreams as normal when suddenly the StarClan cat told him that it was time to go. He was stumped, unsure of what she meant by that, until she solemnly told Cougar Heart that he had passed on. It all happened so fast, and Cougar Heart did not get a chance to tell his clan goodbye. His mind raced to Frostleap, who had only just started as a medicine cat, to Mouse Moss, who looked up to him like a father, to Lightpaw, who looked up to him as a trusted adult he could speak to his whole clan, who was now one medicine cat shorter, and to Ibistar, the cat Cougar Heart had never been able to get over. Flockstar. Hello, I am here to guide the dead cats of Sightclan to StarClan. She speaks to Cougar Heart in his dreams and tells him how foolish he is for following Ibistar all these years. She is very cold, but she also has a soft spot for Cougar Heart because she knows his heart aches for what he cannot have. On Moon 5, Cougar Heart passed away while speaking to her in his dream. Flockstar felt no pleasure telling the old medicine cat that he had passed. She dutifully led his soul to StarClan nonetheless. Frostpaw is calm and quiet. He silently wishes his mentor was anyone else but Shattersplash, who jumps at everything and seems afraid of his own shadow. Frostpaw picks things up quickly and sneaks lessons from other cats when he can. For 2 moons in a row, Frostpaw has struggled with his warrior training under Shattersplash. On Moon 3, at 12 moons old, Frostpaw was made a medicine cat under Cougar Heart. Frostleap's mentor passes away on Moon 5, leaving Frostleap as the only medicine cat in the clan. Frostleap does not comprehend the tremendous responsibility that now rests solely on him. Frostleap has little connection to the cats of StarClan and cannot speak to them in his dreams like Cougar Heart could. At most, Frostleap may receive visions from StarClan in vague flashes. Frostleap regrets arguing with Cougar Heart before his death. Mouse Moss does not see the big fuss around having an eye spot. She is perfectly content with how life is. She enjoys hunting and chasing mice on her own. She loves being a mentor to the only other female cat in the clan. She is proud of her former apprentice, Ginger Crackle. Cougar Heart and Mouse Moss share a father and daughter type of relationship. Mouse Moss found Striped Spot on a patrol and offered to mentor her right away. On Moon 5, Cougar Heart passed away in his sleep. Mouse Moss felt as though she had just lost a father. Twilight Patch asks her if she's okay, and she nods. She refuses to spend her time mourning and decides to put on a strong face in honor of Cougar Heart. Twilight Patch is not sure that is healthy, but he does not press her on it. Without Cougar Heart, I'm probably going to need a new favorite, just a new personal favorite. I'm going to choose Shattersplash, just because out of all the cats, he's the most interesting to me right now. Shattersplash is a young and skittish cat. He wishes that he had been born with the mark of a leader around one of his eyes. Even so, he does his hardest to make the leader proud. He is afraid of doing anything wrong. Shattersplash was a bit upset after his apprentice Frostleap became a medicine cat. He was frustrated and feeling like a failure. Feeling like he needed to prove himself, on Moon 4, Shattersplash recklessly dove into the river during a solo hunt to steal a fish from an eagle on the other side. His attempt was a failure, and the bird flew off before he could reach it. Shattersplash returned to camp soaked and defeated. So Fernpaw's mentor is still sick, so he's going to be trained by... Let's go with Twilight Patch again. They're just going to go on a training patrol. The patrol wants to hold a training session for Fernpaw. They decide to focus on how to best leap up a rocky cliff. Fernpaw listens carefully as Twilight Patch explains how to find a paw hold and takes advantage of the cliff's craggly surface. Next, let's have Mouse Moss and her apprentice, and this time they'll go hunting. The patrol comes across a squirrel. It's engrossed in nibbling on a morsel between a tree. Stealthily, Stripes Paw stalks forward. The squirrel has no idea what's coming as she pounces on it and breaks its neck. Stripes Paw sends a silent thank you to StarClan for its prey. Next, we'll have Lightpaw and his mentor, and they're gonna go on a border patrol. While on the border, Lightpaw notices an unfamiliar scent. Something has left its scent marks on the wrong side of the border. Boldly, Ibistar follows the scent to a trespassing rogue and confronts them, pointing out the clearly marked border, which the rogue has crossed. From his perch on the high rock above the rogue, he listens to the rogue stutter out an explanation and a quick apology, unimpressed and confident in his own strength. Next, let's have Ginger Crackle. Let's have her, sure, let's have her and Frostleap go out on herbs. During a patrol looking for herbs, Frostleap noticed that Ginger Crackle seems more quiet than usual. When prompted, Ginger Crackle slowly asks if Frostleap could teach her more about the nature of StarClan. Frostleap eventually relents and begins teaching Ginger Crackle more about StarClan and the nature of prophecies. Expecting boredom, Frostleap is shocked when he sees wonder in Ginger Crackle's face. The two spend the rest of the patrol pondering the nature of their ancestors together. Alright, last is Shattersplash. And he's just gonna go hunting. The patrol comes across a bird that's occupied scratching at the ground for insects. But the patrol catches the bird before it flies away. A small amount of prey is brought back to camp. And that's everyone. Everybody seems fine except for him. We have neutral relationships with Bao Clan and Stag Clan, and Ember Clan is still hostile. We still have made no contact with Stag Clan whatsoever. And we still have a lot of herbs. And so far everything's just been pretty good. It's been 5 moons and nothing has really happened. Our clan's just been fine, except for the one death we had of Cougar Heart. Everything's been fine. I am gonna end it here since it's close to around 30 minutes. So far, our clan, Sightclan, has been doing really well. We've only had one cat pass away during this entire time, and it's almost a complete 6 moons. I will go to the next event in the next episode. I thank all of you for watching, and I expect a little more excitement in the next video. Give a like if you enjoyed this video. If not, you don't have to. This is more of a test for me to practice recording gaming and audio. So let me know what you think. Take care. Bye.